We just are in the middle of celebrating my oldest son's 10th birthday. I remember the night we found out we were pregnant with him. It was September the 10th, 2001. We woke up the next day and the world was a different sort of world. His whole life and mine since then has been the marriage of terror and hope. And I love it that President Bush went to ground zero early on. As soon as they knew that it was safe for him to go there within a day or two, and he stood there next to the firefighters and with that bullhorn in an impromptu speech that I can only guess was not really rehearsed, with them yelling out, "We believe in you, go get him, go kill Osama." He yelled back through his mic to them, "I hear you. The world hears you, and pretty soon the people that knock down these buildings will hear you too." There are prettier pictures of the cross they found underneath the rubble at ground zero, but I like this one. Actually, I love this one because that's reality. That's the reality of Audacious Hope right there. There is no greater hope that you can have. It is the coalescence and the coming together of all hopes of mankind, the cross of Jesus underneath the rubble of our empires that we build that get so easily knocked down. There is no better hope. There is no hope that is more audacious or bold or even crazy than hoping and believing in Jesus. And if that's what your life looks like, the cross is standing underneath it. And sometimes we have to let the world around us crumble to the ground so we realize our hope is not a pagan hope. It's not a human hope. It's not a necessary hope. It's the only hope. Amen. There are prettier pictures. But some of you, and me too, when we look at our lives, it looks more like that than the pretty pictures. And I want you to know that if you need hope, you've come to the right place. You've come to the right Jesus. You've come to the right church. Because there is no more hope than that. There is no better hope for me to offer you than that one. And if you don't know this hope, and you don't have this Jesus, today is your day. There is nothing more audacious that Jesus ever did or said than when he came to the table at the Passover and he says, "This is my body and this is my blood." It's crazy. And it's bold. He took something very common and very old, and he made it new again. And he said, "This is not an old supper. This is the Lord's Supper. It is a new supper. And I want you to eat it and drink it until I return." Its very act symbolizes our hope. It's like we are ingesting the hope of the cross and all that it means right here in something as simple and as little as this. Don't let it just be a religious ritual for you. The Apostle Paul says, don't even do it unless you understand and discern that this is not just bread and juice and wine, that this is the body and blood of the Lord. Unless you understand by faith that Jesus died to make you one with him so that you understand the communion. But just because you think you understand it, and I understand it, it doesn't mean that you have to feel worthy of the invitation. In fact, the people who are the most worthy to come are the ones who feel the least worthy to come. The people who belong at this table are the people whose lives are a wreck, but who are a wreck belonging to Jesus with his cross.